Idaho Matters podcast is brought to you by St. Luke's On-Demand Virtual Care, which allows patients to see a provider from their home using a computer or smartphone with on-demand care for common ailments, such as a cough, sore throat, or a sinus issue. More information at stlukesonline.org. From Boundary to Bear Lake, Fremont to Payette, Oahe to Oneida, there are interesting people, places, and histories in all of Idaho's counties. And Idaho Matters wants to share it with you with stories from all 44 counties that make up the Gem State. Email your ideas to idahomatters@boisestate.edu or use the Talk to Us feature in our app, available on Apple and Android, and tune in each weekday at noon for Idaho Matters.
From the studios of Boise State Public Radio News, I'm Samantha Wright, filling in for Gemma Gaudette. It's Idaho Matters. Horses are ridden in Nez Perce ceremonial gatherings and parades where participants dress in traditional regalia, and their horses do too. In Lapway, Nez Perce artist Lynette Pinkham is passing on her knowledge of the traditional art to her niece, Jackie MacArthur. And on this episode of Expressive Idaho, Arlie Sommer visits with Pinkham and MacArthur about their efforts.
It's not like you can just go out and throw an outfit on a horse. Not all horses will accept it. So you kind of have to, I guess what the term is, sacking out or desensitization to get them used to wearing those types of things. Feathers flying by their ears or the bells that we use.
My name is Jackie MacArthur. My Indian name is Sus He. I currently live near Lenore, Idaho, above the Clearwater River. Lynn is pivotal in having both the knowledge on how to make it and then the significance of the different pieces, because she's a writer. For funerals, the family can say, if you have a buckskin, you need to wear it. And if you don't have a buckskin, you wear a shell dress. And if you don't have a shell dress, you wear your wing dress. And then, of course, that dress needs to fit you and, not have your legs showing or not have your arms showing. There's very pointed and structured dressing protocol. So that's the same for the horse trappings or horse regalia.
I was lucky to have a lot of grandmothers, and I saw this work being done every day. I watched it from the time I was little, and I'm still learning. We give this culture to our children.
That's why I had to start beading, is because I used to dance in powwows, and you want to add to your outfit. As we were having our children, they all had beaded moccasins from me. I made some of their baby boards. It just depends on what the family needs, is what my art form is. I never envisioned myself making horse trappings. I'm not a horse person. We don't have horses, but our daughter rides, wants to have, use these things. Because I can bead and because I can sew, I'm able to do it, but I'm really learning about the significance of the trappings.
That's what I've been trying to help Jackie with, is get this in line so that she has her own horse regalia.
Each different piece has a name for it. There's also pieces that a male rider will use and a female rider will use.
The men were the ones that carried the horse mask, and for the female rider, that's where you have more of the long fringe.
One of the things that we know we have to do, and it expresses the importance of it, is having elk hide for the fringe, for the saddle drops. She said you don't want them just flopping in the wind, like they sway with the horse.
If you have a lot of this long fringe, that shows that you have a prominent hunter, because usually it's buffalo hide. Now we use elk hide because we don't have that access to buffalo like we used to. The buffalo fringe was heavier, and it had that more of a sway feel to when the horse would walk.
There is the head stall, which you're beating basically your bridle. This is the centerpiece to the martingale, and the martingale is worn on the front of the horse.
Just like a horse necklace, it's just tied at the back of the neck of the horse.
And so I'm almost done with this piece. These are chevrons, which are like the flighty part of the arrow. The sopsless, it's like a whirlwind. You have to know how to tie knots. You have to prepare your thread. You have to have the correct needle. You have to pay attention to your placement of your thread. These are called tri-cut beads, so they're sharp. You have to have a particular thread. Otherwise, your piece can just fall apart. Putting it together, oh my gosh, it's seriously like, for me, it's harder than beading.
When I see an old piece, especially if it comes out on the dance floor somewhere, I'll ask the person wearing it, can I look at your stuff? And if they allow me, then I look at it in detail. My son, JJ, he's like, Mom, you need to retire. But I said, I don't want to retire because I love coming to work because I get to see this stuff every day. And when I see something, it talks to me and I just say, okay, I want to make that.
And the end result is, a beautiful thing to have, this available to and within the family. And I hope that too, it inspires others to want to make regalia for their horses or their young riders.
You can see photos of the horse regalia at boisestatepublicradio.org. Expressive Idaho is produced by Arlie Salmer and edited by Sasha Woodruff, with original music in this episode by Jared Arvey. Expressive Idaho is produced in partnership with the Idaho Commission on the Arts Folk and Traditional Arts Program, with funding support from Dr. Suzanne Allen, MD, Jennifer Dickey, and Andy Wong. This project is supported in part by the National Endowment for the Arts, online at arts.gov.
This is the Idaho Matters podcast. I'm Gemma Gaudette.